Ani. Shaganashmo Noswin, Briana Olson-Pitawanakwat, and Anishinaabe, Minwa, Anishinaabe Noswin, Wasaze, Nimda Nangus Quain, Anishinaabe. Mima P, Toronto, and Doda, Minwa, Miskochi, Waskahegan, Donjaba, Minwa, Wiikwemkoong Unceded First Nation, and Doda Bendakwas. Nimigwachandam Nangwa, Nimigwachandam Kinawia, Migwach Kakmakwe, Migwach Gijmanado, Migwach Abanujan, Sema de Bagdana, Migwach. So hello everyone, I'm Briana Olson-Pitawanakwat. I am also Shining Dancing Star Woman, and I'm a member of Wiikwemkoong Unceded First Nation. As an Anishinaabe, I am coming here as someone whose ancestors have lived on this territory for tens of thousands of years. I'm a part of the Anishinaabe Confederacy, which is 3 different Anishinaabe nations that have come together. We are the people of the Great Lakes, the Ojibwe, the Odawa, and the Potawatomi. We stand here right now in Toronto, which is the original homelands of the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee, the Wendat, the Petan, and the Neutral. And today it is home to many, many other Indigenous peoples from across the world, but also across Turtle Island, who now call it home. I come here today to speak to you in a place of deep grief and loss, to commemorate the loss and to commemorate the young lives, but also the lives of parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, and all of the kin who have so grievously been harmed in the siege that is happening right now in Palestine. It was in 2004 that a member of my family married into Palestine, and now I call Palestinians my family. And I think that the realities and the stories of that kinship and that solidarity and those relationships have been out of the public eye for a long time, but they are becoming so strong now that we can't ignore them. Indigenous people from one end of Turtle Island to the other have seen themselves reflected in the grief, the pain, and the loss that has happened in front of our eyes over the last month, but for many, many decades before this. We live in a country right now where leaders refuse to condemn the mass killing of children. We live in a country right now where leaders cowardly continue to supply weapons and money for weapons to a superpower who seems to have no reserve in the harm that it's doing to civilians. We have a government who has essentially, in many ways, abandoned many of our own Canadians who are in the middle of occupied Gaza right now. And we say shame. Anyone who has followed the Indigenous struggle here on Turtle Island has seen the grief that our own communities have faced in the last few years, with mass graves of children being uncovered from coast to coast. But not only that, a disinformation campaign that is attempting to change a story and attempting to bring the truth of what is happening to suppress it, to essentially call the Indigenous people here liars. And we have seen this very same mechanisms happen recently. It is almost unreal to look online right now and see what is happening, because it is against humanity. Within our culture, children are the most sacred. Children are the closest to our Creator. Children have the deepest wisdom. Children give us gifts every single day that we cannot even begin to measure. And when we see that sacrilege, that attempt to desecrate those lives, it is an affront to our humanity. We live in a country right now where Indigenous children don't have access to clean water. They don't have access to hospitals and doctors. And this is the very same country that is supporting that same thing happening to Indigenous people on the other side of the planet. So we say shame to our government, to those in power without hearts that they are willing to listen to. And we grieve for those children. We grieve for those mothers and those fathers and the parents and the siblings who are carrying that incredible loss right now. And all we can do every day is remember our humanity. And so many of our Anishinaabe nation, our name is the human beings. We are the people of the land. But we are always reminded that we are human. And that's what we have to remember right now, and we have to remind our government every single day to be human, because what is happening right now is inhumane. With that, I'd like to offer a song. It is a song that is a women's traditional song. It's also an honor song. When we grieve loss within our community, we often we say to speak gently to each other, to speak softly to one another. And so I hope that everyone here feels that sense of care tonight. I hope that the families, including my own family who is still trapped and trying to leave, finds that comfort, and the family of so many other Palestinian people all across Turtle Island who are worrying and hurting tonight. So with that, I will share this with you all. Nahau, miigwech.